Have you ever seen something that made your heart stop for a second? Not because it was loud, but because it was so very quiet. It's a scene becoming far too common in our homes. There's a silent thief among us, quietly numbing the natural kindness our little ones are born with. It's not about being a bad parent, it's about how modern life is sterilizing their capacity to care. Inside their growing minds, tiny bridges called mirror neurons are waiting to be built. They are the biological seeds of empathy, allowing one heart to truly echo the feelings of another. But there is a window that slowly closes. By age 7, the foundation of how they relate to the world is mostly set. It's a fleeting, precious milestone we simply can't ignore. It isn't too late to reclaim their hearts. Together, we'll walk through 3 habits we can change today to help our children find their way back to feeling, to loving, and to us. You know, we often think of kindness as a gift some children are just born with. But truly, empathy is more like a house being built, brick by tiny brick. I like to think of it as an emotional muscle. It isn't just a trait, it's a biological skill that needs the right kind of exercise to grow strong. Deep inside that little head, the prefrontal cortex is hard at work. This is the home of compassion, the place where we learn to truly see one another. The years before age 7 are what we call the golden age. It's a precious window where the brain is soft, hungry, and ready to be shaped. Every time you lock eyes with your little one, you're doing something sacred. You're building the bridges their feelings will cross for the rest of their lives. It's a dance we call serve and return. A giggle, a look, a touch. This back and forth is the rhythm that keeps their developing heart beating in sync with yours. When we interact like this, the brain lights up like a city at night. These sparks are the literal physical architecture of a child's ability to care. But today, that dance is often interrupted. When a screen takes our place, the feedback loop goes quiet, and the rhythm of connection simply stops. In those passive hours, the empathy muscle doesn't get the resistance it needs. The brain stays in the dark, waiting for a human signal that never arrives. These early years are a short season, aren't they? We have such a beautiful chance to make sure their foundation is built on love, not just light. Sometimes, the loudest warnings are the ones that make the least noise. We need to look closely at these quiet shifts in our children. The first red flag is digital apathy. It's a heavy term for a heartbreaking moment. When a screen becomes more real than a person's pain, I've seen it happen. A brother trips, a friend cries out, and the child nearby doesn't even flinch. It's as if a glass wall has been built. It's not that they've chosen to be unkind. It's that the digital world has muted their natural frequency for feeling what others feel. Then there's the loss of the facial map. We learn who we are by looking into the eyes of those who love us. When eye contact fades, children lose the ability to read the tiny, beautiful cues of a human face, the crinkle of a smile, or a furrow of worry. If they can't see the sadness in your eyes, they can't learn how to comfort it. The language of the soul is being left untranslated. We also see the absence of real remorse. It's that sorry that feels like a script, spoken only to get back to the game. There is a world of difference between being sorry you got caught and being sorry you hurt a heart. One is fear, the other is love. Intrinsic remorse is the compass of the heart. Without it, our children are just navigating by the rules, not by their inner goodness. Then comes the storm, screen-withdrawal aggression. This isn't just a simple tantrum over a toy. It's something much deeper and more frantic. It's a desperate, jagged anger. When the screen goes dark, it feels to them like their very sense of self has been unplugged. There's a timeline we often overlook. By age 7, the architecture of a child's personality begins to set, like clay becoming stone. It's not that change is impossible later, but it becomes a much harder climb. These early years are when the foundation is most tender. Notice these flags, not with guilt, but with a gentle heart. We have to see the silence before we can start to fill it with love again. We've seen the shadows, haven't we? But now, let's look toward the light. We have the power to bring that spark back to our children's eyes. It's called the emotional rescue plan. It's not a manual, it's a journey back to the heart of what makes us truly human. Step 1 is a small sacrifice for a giant reward. We create a sanctuary, a tech-free zone right where we gather to eat. When the screens go dark, the room suddenly feels bigger. We start to notice the little things. The way a smile reaches the eyes. In these quiet moments, your child is finally studying you. They're learning the language of faces, seeing the subtle, beautiful dance of your emotions. Let them see your joy, your exhaustion, your peace. Don't hide behind a glass screen. Be there, fully, in the flesh, for them to find. It's in these shared glances that empathy begins to breathe again. We are teaching them that people always matter more than pings. Then comes step 2. The art of labeling. We often want to fix the pain quickly by saying, "It's okay, honey, don't cry." But silence or dismissal can feel so lonely. Instead, try being their mirror. Give those big, scary feelings a name they can finally hold. Say it gently. "I see you feel frustrated because your toy broke." It sounds so simple, but to them, it feels like being truly heard. When we name the emotion, we tame the chaos. We're telling them that every feeling is a guest allowed in our home. This isn't about fixing a problem. It's about standing in the rain with them until the sun decides to come out again. The third step is a game of the mind. Instead of the fast-paced flicker of cartoons, we turn to the stillness of books. We play the mind-reading game. Look at the characters together. Ask, what do you think he's feeling right now, deep in his heart? This isn't just a story. It's a workout for their mirror neurons. They are practicing how to step into someone else's shoes. Books wait for us. They give us time to wonder, to guess, and to feel. They are the training ground for a lifetime of kindness. These steps are small, like seeds, but if we plant them with love, we'll watch a beautiful, empathetic soul grow right before our eyes. Do you remember the first time your little one really saw you? That spark in their eyes when they realized they were the center of your whole world. There's a famous old study called the still face experiment. A mother is asked to stop reacting. She becomes a statue, her warmth simply vanishing. The baby tries everything to bring her back. A smile, a reach, a little screech. They're desperately searching for their own reflection in their mother's eyes. Today, that still face happens 1,000 times a day. Not for a lab experiment, but because of this little glowing rectangle we keep in our pockets. To a child, a parent's distracted face feels like a door being slammed. Their little hearts can't quite tell the difference between us being busy and us being gone. Scientists have seen it in the brain. When we choose our screens over their gaze, their stress levels spike. It's a biological panic, like being left alone in the woods. It is a silent kind of abandonment. We're sitting right there on the same cushions, but our hearts are miles and miles away, lost in a digital fog. But there is a way back home, a simple bridge we can build every single day, and it starts with just 15 minutes of being truly, deeply present. We call it deep connection. No phones, no chores, no "did you brush your teeth?" Just you and them, exactly as they are in this moment. In those 15 minutes, you aren't a teacher or a judge. You're just a witness to their magic, listening to their stories with your whole soul. Empathy isn't something we can teach from a textbook. It is a gift they can only give to others if they've first felt it from us. When we sit with them through their big, messy feelings, they learn how to sit with others through theirs. We are the very first mirror they see. That mirror is where their humanity begins to bloom. Every time you say, "I see you," you're planting a seed of kindness deep in their spirit. Years from now, this will be their greatest strength. In a world full of cold machines and algorithms, a truly empathetic heart will be their superpower. It's the secret to a marriage that lasts and a life that matters. It's the rare ability to feel the world through someone else's skin. As AI takes over the logic and the tasks, our children's capacity to love and connect becomes their ultimate competitive advantage. It's what makes them human. It's never too late to put the phone down and just be, because in their eyes, you aren't just a parent. You are their entire world. In the end, empathy is the most precious passport you'll ever give your child. It's the quiet strength that helps them find their way into the hearts of others and a future built on kindness. It only takes 15 minutes. Just you, your child, and no screens. If you're joining us in this promise, comment Tiny Steps Guide. These tiny steps today truly save their entire tomorrow. Mindful love is where the magic happens. Thank you for being part of our family. Subscribe to Tiny Steps Guide to keep growing with us. And remember, these insights are for education, not medical advice.